Building Technic models make my fingers hurt. Hey kids, welcome back to part 2 of building the B model to the LEGO Technic Grand Prix Racer. Check out part 1 if you haven't already. You shouldn't even be here if you haven't checked out part 1. I'll put the link right here. So there you go. Check it out. I just saw it. I saw it right there. There it is. Part 1. This is part 2. We made a mistake towards the end of part 1. If you saw that, you know that already. But we fixed it. So let's check out part 2. Okay, that actually wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. What happened was I actually had the bottom pieces shifted over about 3 studs. So I got those realigned and we're good to go. So this is where we left off. We were putting this piece on that was supposed to have stickers, but of course I'm not putting stickers on. Alright, so now we're on to our engine block. So these are always kind of cool. I remember the first time I put one of these together. I thought it was really neat the way the pistons move up and down. Granted, that was 5 years ago when I came out of my dark ages of not being in LEGO for a while. So the piston engine had been out for quite some time before that. So these are definitely not new at all. The colors and molds have changed slightly. You can see right here it's all smooth. This little curved piece is smooth. The instructions are actually showing the old one. The old one has little slits kind of cut in the sides. So I guess the software program that they use to build the instruction manuals hasn't been updated with the new mold. So small things like that change every year, but for the most part the engine stays the same. Got all the engine pieces here. We'll just get this going. So these are critical that you carefully follow the instructions the exact way that or the exact order they tell you to put these on, because if you don't, they won't really line up with the engine block. And there we go, just like that. They give you a little picture online to show you what it's supposed to look like. Drop that in there. There's a 5 long axle. Connect. Continue to build the rest of the engine blocks. So there it is. So you can see the cool pistons when you turn this axle, how they pump up and down. So it's a real working fake engine, meaning the axles only pump up and down whenever the truck or car is being rolled. So the pistons are connected to the wheels, but it's reversed because normally the engine would roll the wheels, but the wheels are actually rolling the engine. So either way, it's a nice little effect. They call it a play feature. I wouldn't really necessarily say that it's something you play with. It's just something that visually spins whenever you do roll the car or truck. So maybe that is a play feature. It's making you roll it to be able to see the pistons go up and down. Alright, I think that's it. Bunch of pieces for this step. Alright, start with this one. All this connects to the engine block right there. So basically what we built here is a motor mount. You can see that little piece here that's going to mount on the chassis and allow it not to move. And this is going to be the motor mount for the other side. As long as I put it together right. So that goes there. Alright, so we're going to mount it just like this. There. Just like that. And then a couple too long friction pins to lock it in. And there we go. It's in there, it's not going anywhere, and it works. I find this to be an interesting technique. Let me show you with another one by itself. So if you have these modified lift arms with the axle perpendicular, if you put the pinhole in there, you can see that these just kind of spin around. But if you put one of these pins with just a little stud on there and then attach it, you'll see it doesn't spin anymore. And the reason why is you'll see there's a little notch here. It's kind of grooved out. Well, that groove actually fits right in there and actually holds it in place. So that's what they were doing on these two sides right here. They've got those little bitty pins in there, and it's more or less locking it in. That way, when we connected it all together, it wasn't moving all out of the way. Got some frames here that are going to go on the sides here to help make this real sturdy. These rectangular frames just add so much rigidness to the model. This is gonna make it unstoppable. Okay, everything's still good. So far, so good. Some 3 long lift arms to lock all that in place. I need to pay attention. I've already messed one step up. Make sure I don't mess another one up. 5 long, 2 of these. Alright, so now we've got our engine part and our front steering. Now we're beginning to build the back portion of the frame of the truck. 13 long. Okay, this goes all the way back here. We're beginning to see how big this thing's really going to be. I think it's going to be pretty big because our Formula 1 racer was really long. I think this one's going to be a lot taller. But it's still probably going to be just as wide as the Formula 1 racer was. caught this soon enough. I actually had that on one axle or one pinhole too close. There we go. 15 to 1. Alright, time for another little sub build. So I think this is going to be our steering column. We'll have to wait and see, but I'm putting guesses in now. I could be wrong. Okay. It's interesting, it's kind of off center. It's the way it is in the instructions. And I haven't messed it up yet. Okay. Some long axles here. That's basically the mechanism we built, and this slides in right over here. Faces away from the engine. Now we're going to continue to build onto the frame. Get that thing together like that. All right. 7 long axle. The axle over the steering axle still just kind of dangling. Same with this little thing over here. It's still not connected to things. So we've got a few things that still need connections. 2 of these. This is part of the frame as well. Alright, so one goes. Like that. The other one goes like that. Getting a little big here. Let's move it out some. Using our first white piece. Quite a bit in the set. All the white. Same thing on the other side now. Two of these little sub builds we're gonna do. Alright, gonna use some of our tubes. One goes there, one goes over here. This one connects to there. So these are just for aesthetics. They don't really do anything. It just looks like exhaust tubes. Now we have a little, looks like exhaust pipe we're going to build. Right, that's a pretty big little exhaust pipe shooting out the side there. So we've got another tube. It's going to connect all the way in here. Come around and connect to this exhaust tube, exhaust pipe thing we just built. Okay. Now we have a mini linear actuator. It connects to this black part. So this is why this wasn't connected yet. So what I built that I thought was a steering column was not a steering column. I guessed wrong. And it's trying to show me something there. Alright. Got a little panel that we're going to build now. Alright, so that's basically this side. Now we're going to repeat it over here on this other side. We're going to start with the exhaust pipe module. Looks almost just like the one we just built. It may be just like the one we just built. Probably is. Yeah, it looks to be the same, just the built the opposite way. It's just a mirrored version of it. It goes all the way down here. Just like that. 3 tubes. These little tubes can be tricky to get on. So you have to be careful with them. Make sure they do get on all the way or they'll kind of just easily pop off. Get in there, get in there. Let's go. Last one, best one. All right, good. Got all that mess on. Now we got the other linear actuator. Make sure to get the gears on right or else it won't work. Okay, good, got it. Now the other little panel. Where are you at, panel? Knock them all down. There we go. All right, kids, thanks for watching. That is the end of part 2 of the Technic B model build to the Grand Prix Racer. Thanks for watching. Make sure to thumbs up and make sure to check out all our other videos. Link down here, click on it. That makes you subscribe to our channel. That way you don't miss any of our videos we have. Make sure to check out our other videos. Got some links over here. And check us out on Instagram and YouTube. There's some links down there. So we make it easy for you. We just put it everywhere. So thanks for watching. Make sure to thumbs up and we will see you in part 3.